Hey, this is Roy's Farm and Garage, and I am going to do some garage things this afternoon. I've decided to go ahead and change the brakes on my 2006 Porsche Cayenne. I'm going to show you the steps to do it. There may be others on the internet like it, but I'm going to add to it. Thanks and enjoy. So step one is take your wheel off. Most people use an air compressor. I'm using mine for a different purpose, not on this job, but up at the other garage, so I'm going to have to do this by hand. Take your lug wrench, break them loose first, then lift it up, take the tire off. So step two for the brake change on this Cayenne is you have to disable the air suspension. So any Porsche, you have to disable the air suspension. How you do that, turn the key on, and your height control, push it down twice, you hold it for about 15 seconds and it will tell you suspension in service mode or suspension disabled. Here's the easiest part of doing the brakes, is lifting the car. True, that's the easiest part. Now that you got it up in the air so you don't have to bend over, take your tire off. Alright, now that you have your tire off, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to release a little pressure on these brake pads. So I'm just going to kind of pry them apart just a little bit. This may not be the way you like other people do them, but it's the way I'm doing them. Alright, now the next thing, it's got a little bolt right here. You take this bolt loose, and then this whole pin comes out, and then these brake pads come right out from this way. So looky here, the old brakes are out, but I'm going to clean this caliper up before I put the new brakes in, and I'll show you going back together with it. So here's my old brake. Look at that. Look how narrow that pad is. Here's my new one. Look how thick those need to be. So new wheel sensor. We're just going to assemble this old one, disassemble the old one, look at it what you need to, and we're going to assemble the new one just like it. Here's the new set of pads assembled with the new brake sensors on. We're going to put that onto the wheel. There's the new brake pads in the front rotor. We're going to put this pin right through here. It's going to go all the way over here. Then we're going to put the bolt on the back side. So the new pads are in. Your brake sensor wire is connected. You're ready to put the wheel back on and torque your lug nuts down, and you're done with one side. One last thing I like to do when I put my lug nuts on, I use some sort of anti-seize. Put a little bit on your threads. That way the next time you take it off, it's a lot easier. Okay, now that your wheel's on, the next thing I'm going to do is go the other side and do it. But before you do the back brakes, stop what you're doing, go in and pump your pedal down 3 or 4 times. That makes sure your brake fluid won't come burping out the top of your reservoir. It's been my experience in the past, I can do 2 wheels before it comes out. So you either do both of the backs or both of the fronts, and then pump your brake pedal up. That way you don't have brake fluid coming out your reservoir. That's just a nasty mess to clean up. So that should conclude how to change the brakes. The back is the same as the front on this car, so you just got to do that process 3 more times and your brake pads are changed. Hey, thanks for watching and subscribe.